Hello everybody and welcome back to the Ant Holleufer YouTube channel. Today we are taking a look at my Novomessor Cockerelli, and I know a lot of you may not know, well, that I keep this species, except if you saw last week's video where I talked about them for a very short time period. But I will pop in a recap into the video, and yeah, with that all out of the way, let's start the video. So my Novomessor Cockerelli is today in this specialized Venus nest, and well, it's only specialized because I used it for something else. It's just a regular Venus nest from WaKooshi, let's just say it like that. And as you can see, the heating cable cutout is cut out, and well, that is because I heat the colony. But as you can see, there's quite a lot of activity in the outworld, and zooming in on the outworld, there's always this 1 to 2 workers always walking around. And it is actually really funny because whenever I go in the ant room, a worker just comes rushing out and goes around checking if there's any new food, if there's any danger inside, and it's really fun just seeing them walk around. And I'm really getting this Novomessor feeling when I'm looking at these girls, because they just feel like Novomessor the way they walk around and smell with their antennae, although Novomessor of course doesn't use their antennae, they use their eyes. But as we have a worker entering the nest, let's join that worker. And under the black lid, we have the colony. As you can see, they currently just live in one test tube, and they are a total of 7 workers plus the queen. Now the reason I've disconnected the 2 other test tubes is because, well, I had to use them elsewhere. But yeah, this is the colony. As you can see, we have a lot of newborn workers, and the last few weeks have just been incredible to observe as all of these newly workers have hatched. Now I know there's a lot of you who don't know this colony because, well, it has been quite a while since I did the last update on them, and that is because I actually thought that they would die out. Now I got this colony in December of 2020 with 8 workers, and straight away I decided to move them into this little Esthetic Ants plaster founding nest. And they actually did really well in this plaster founding nest. A few weeks later, their brood had grown and it was looking really nice. But then the death week came. And well, there's not much to say. The death week was a week where 5 of the workers all died within 3 days of each other. And I thought there was something all wrong, so I moved them directly into this test tube. Now the funny thing is, when I connected the test tube, the entire colony just moved directly into the test tube like they had been waiting for a test tube. And this is where they now were. This is in April of 2020, and well, that's quite a while ago. Now, since April, the last 3 workers sadly also died, and I was saying my goodbyes to the queen because it isn't often that a queen comes through whenever all the workers die. So I was actually really sad because they had been really amazing, and if you've seen the old videos, you'll also hear how happy I am for them. But sadly, I said my goodbyes because, well, I didn't think she would pull through. But suddenly she had laid some new eggs that turned into larvae. I tried to feed her a little bit, I'm not sure she took it or anything, but I did feed her in this period. And well, the next thing that happened was we had 1 worker, then we had 2 workers, then when the 3rd worker enclosed, the 2nd worker died only a week old, and I was really sad, and I was getting flashbacks from earlier in the year when all of the colony had died within a matter of days. But no, after the 2nd worker died and they were back to being 2 workers, then were then 3, 4, 5, 6, and today 7 workers. And that is just really amazing because I had said my goodbyes to this colony. But yeah, they pulled through, and saying that I think we should feed them a little bit. So I cut up a little roach and I gave them to the workers, and you can straight away see how threatened this worker is. She is all over the place attacking this prey, not really knowing what to do with this prey. A 2nd worker is also coming out because, well, they are so quick to react for vibrations. And the 2nd worker pops out. The 1st worker doesn't really know what to do. The 2nd worker slowly approaches and they don't know what to do. Is this dangerous? Is this food? Is it wiggling? It's just, what is this really big new thing? And then finally the 1st worker, well, gets close and realizes, oh, it is just food. And well, this is just what I love about seeing this colony. They react so crazy to everything. When I look at them, they are crazy. When I feed them, they go crazy. And even before I could change my lens to my macro lens, a 3rd worker had also jumped out and started feasting. This is only in a matter of 30 seconds, and we now had 3 workers feasting. Although she quickly decided to go back inside. But we had 2 workers feasting. And it is just such a nice thing for me to sit here and look at these clips, because this was my favorite colony for so long. Then they died out, but now they are back at it once again. And I found it really cool that you can actually see the mouth part move a little bit up and down as she is sucking up this cockroach juices into her mouth. And I just really like the peace you get looking at ants feast. And we have another clip right here, but I just really love seeing how calm this worker is. She's so all over the place when there's movement, but then she finds food and then she just starts sucking up this cockroach juices. Even though it's moving a little bit, that is just the nerves that's making the legs move, but even that they don't really react to. And I don't know, I just love seeing this calmness of the worker after how intensely she was just all over the place when she initially noticed this new thing inside the outworld. Now the weird thing is some ants are licking when they are eating. They have like a little tongue out, and well, clearly this Novomessor colony doesn't do that. They just suck on all in. And well, I wanted to take a little time lapse just to show how many workers we have out in the outworld. And only about a minute in, we also had a newborn worker going outside. They just couldn't stay back. We have a fourth worker sitting in the nest entrance and looking. And well, I just love how quick they are to go out and go crazy on these new roaches. And they never disappoint me. Whenever I feed them, they go crazy. And the big reason why they go crazy is because Novomessor Cockerelli doesn't really have a big social stomach. That means that they can't really store that much food and bring it back. They only can store very little, and therefore a lot of the workers have to go out to take this food because they have to get as much as possible, whereas other ant species have quite a lot larger social stomach. But around 10 minutes in, and we now had 6 workers feasting. I mean, 6 workers in a 7 worker colony is quite mind-blowing. You just don't really see this in other species because other species are not that aggressive, but this Novomessor Cockerelli is just aggressive and they just fly out to check out what is happening. And well, I can't handle it. I decided to speed it up a little bit. And even though the cockroach is moving a little bit back and forward, we don't really have any reactions at all, which is just really cool again. And I just love that even the newborn workers are out feasting. But like I said, 6 out of the 7 workers were outside, so now I can actually share a little bit of a close-up on the brood. We have just had these 3 pupae enclosed, and before that we also had around 3 pupae just enclosing right after another. It seems like we finally have a little bit of a break for all of these larvae enclosing, which is okay. The thing is, Novomessor Cockerelli do enter a hibernation without really entering hibernation, so I'm not really sure that it will pause over winter or they will just keep growing. Either way, I'm just so happy that, well, they have so much brood. And here's another clip of the colony inside the test tube. Now, I'm not really sure why they have decided to drop the brood all over the test tube instead of in a little batch, but that is, I guess, just how Novomessor Cockerellis keep the brood intact. They're not putting it all together, which just makes it a lot easier for me to sit and count how many we do have. So I can't really see any eggs on this little clip right here. I can just see 8 or 9 larvae, so maybe they are in a hibernation and these larvae won't grow, or maybe we'll get 8 more workers and hopefully a new pile of eggs. Only time will tell, but I'm just really happy that this colony is doing so much better. So yeah, Holleuffers, that has been it for this video. I would like to give a shout out to Californian Ant Keeper because he has, well, quite an amazing Novomessor Cockerelli colony. Quite large, not gonna lie, so a little shout out for you. But also members. Now, while we take a look at the members, I just want to say, yeah, I'm really happy that this colony have survived. I did not think they would survive. I had considered them dead. I said my goodbyes to the queen and, well, she didn't die. And that's just amazing. But over to the members, I would like to start saying thank you to my family members. We both have medical car case number 9 and Ants Norway, so thank you for being a family member. Together with that, we also have some Holleufer helpers. We have WaKooshi, Stance Ant, Holleufer, and my name. Let's not think about that, but thank you, generally thank you to all the members. And with that all out of the way, don't forget to like and subscribe, become a member today if you like, and I'll see all of you in another video. Bye!